All right, I am a little bit late today. Let me make sure we're live on Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Hi, Facebook. I don't know if y'all noticed, I'm in a hotel room. You can see the background. It's a little bit different than the last couple of days. And if y'all are like me, like that first night in a hotel room or in sleeping in a new place, I think I slept like maybe 3 hours. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm still here, like Miss Seeley. And today we're going to be talking about the navigating the disparities and the stereotyping, the biases, the fetishism on the apps. For those of you who don't know, I'm Candace Harper, Love Coach. I help exceptional Black and Brown women get into loving relationships with emotionally intelligent men. And like I always say, they do exist. Whether you think you've met them or not, they do exist. They're definitely not on bro podcasts, and they're definitely not, shouting out in groups and disparaging women. That's why you don't think you can see them. But yeah, like I said, today we're talking about navigating the disparities, the stereotyping, the biases, the fetishism, and even the algorithm on the dating apps because none of that stuff is in our favor, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, Kelly. I see Kelly on Instagram. Hi, honey. So if you're a Black or brown woman who's been on a dating app, you have no doubt encountered some or all of the above of what I'm about to talk about. So the exotic fetish, right? Like men sending messages like, I've always wanted to date a Black girl. You're so exotic, right? Hi, precious. I mean, that's one of the most annoying ones. And then there's the assumptions about attitudes and aggression, right? The angry Black woman trope. So you get messages like, you seem like a strong Black woman. I hope you're not too much to handle. Or, I like feisty women. Just ignorant ignorant comments that are a product of the angry Black woman trope, and it assumes that we don't have a full range of human emotion, right? Then there's often the limited visibility in matches just due to the algorithm bias. So, when we're not on a culturally specific app, Black and brown women are often being ranked lower or less visible in swiping pools because of the way dating app algorithms are built. And so the apps are basically just reflecting sick societal biases, which leads to fewer matches or messages for women of color. And even when we do meet all of the desirable criteria, we sometimes are, ranked low, so not shown as much, right? Even when we are flawless, we are lawless. We're flawless, not lawless. And then colorism and preferences, right, that are masked as being my type. So sometimes profiles will explicitly state, I'm not into dark skinned girls or don't be light skinned. Often it's couched as a personal preference, right? Everybody's entitled to their preference, but we know that those preferences, those kinds of preferences, they just reinforce colorism and perceived hierarchies based on skin, hair, all that stupid stuff that has nothing to do with your ability to be in an intimate, loving, connected relationship, right? To thrive in a loving relationship. And then tokenism in the messaging or just in the matching, like matches will say things like you're not like other Black girls, you're not like other brown girls. They don't usually say brown girls, but you're not like other women like you. Or you must have so many men after you, you're so Black and beautiful. But that it's that tokenism thing, and the way that it gives the ick from the wrong person. I can remember matching with a guy, because I've been on the dating apps where I was open. I was open to talking to different people. I tend to gravitate towards Black men because I love, being immersed in my own culture. But I also, was never like, I absolutely will only date Black men. So I was open. And I remember I met a guy who we seemed to hit it off. He was definitely interested in a lot of the things I was interested in, art and music and things like that. And then we were having a conversation and he slipped into a black scent. And he had no business slipping into a black scent. And I guess he thought that that would, somehow endear me to him. But it didn't. It gave me the ick. And so I'm sure, I'm positive that if you've been on the apps as a Black and brown woman, you've experienced, one of these things, if not all of these things, right, on some level. And so we all know why these things turn us off, but more to the point, they are signs that the person communicating them does not have the ability to have a healthy, intimate relationship with you. And that can be frustrating because it already feels like our options are limited, especially if you start to get along with someone and you think they might be good, or you really like the way their profile looks, and then, they come out with some foolishness. And so these are the disparities and the biases. They create emotional fatigue, they reinforce systemic inequities, and they make dating apps an exhausting experience for Black and brown women. And if you are exhausted, go back and listen to yesterday's show because I talk about being exhausted on the apps. And so, what do we do? Right? Because stupidity spreads farther and faster than knowledge. And racism is this world's widest, undiagnosed, and frequently occurring mental illness, right? So I got three things for you, three things that you can do right away. And we're going to dig deeper in my class. So, number one, keep in mind that the emotionally intelligent out there are not often the loudest or the most eye-catching in their bios. So you want to know that when swiping, I don't care how gorgeous he is or if all of his stats are perfect, if his bio isn't an energy match for your bio, the one that I am going to help you craft, by the way, do not swipe right. If he comes looking to connect with you, and I'll also be giving you tips on how to discover if he's an energy match, right? You want to know if he's an energy match, and I'm gonna tell you how to do that in the class, like in the DMs. If he comes looking for you and you feel like the bio, I'm not sure, I'm gonna tell you how to find out for sure in your DMs. If they're in your DMs with the foolishness, shut it down. Shut it down. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to interact with it. You don't have to engage with it. If you've made it as far as, a phone call or a video call, shut them down if the foolishness comes up. Any of those things that are, make you feel exhausted, make you feel tired, that are disparities on the app. So whether you are open to dating different races or not, make it a personal standard of yours, a personal standard to never feel disparaged about your race or your gender in your intimate relationships. I know that sounds like duh, Candace, but the things that we end up tolerating and putting up with, that we think that we have to, are part of why this gets so exhausting and why it seems like it's so hard. But you, baby girl, are within your rights to shut it down. And that doesn't mean you gotta, come out of a bag or get into a fight. Just no thank you. No thank you. That is not what I'm here for. Right? That's the energy you want to have. No thank you. Not what I'm here for. And then number three, and I'm going to say this 1,000 times before they hack the dating apps class, and I'm going to really talk about it in the class. It is all in your bio. What's coming for you, what's swiping right on you, it's all in your bio. And that's why I'm going to teach you how to craft the wording in your bio in such a way that all the undesirables, including the racists, the fetishists, the woman haters, they won't even know. All of them that are undesirable to you won't even know that they're being pre-rejected, so that you won't have to do the dirty work. Right? So I'm going to help you learn how to do that in my Hack the Dating Apps class. I'm here all week, every week, gearing up for my live class in January, going live every morning. Hopefully you'll join me for these lives because it's going to be good preparation for all the work that we're going to do. Also, if you want to take my quiz, which I mentioned yesterday, and find out right away what your dating profile is actually saying about you, because you might think it's saying one thing, and if you're not attracting what you want, it's probably saying another. You can take the quiz, get the results for free, bit.ly dating profile quiz. Bit.ly dating profile quiz. So go take that quiz, get your results for free. And if you just want to go ahead and sign up for the class and quit playing around, and you just know that you want to have success on your dating app, go to bit.ly hack the dating apps, bit.ly/hack the dating apps. All right, my sweethearts, I think that's it for today. Unless anybody has any comments or questions, I see y'all watching and I love that you're watching. Know that if you comment later, I will definitely interact. and that I'll be back tomorrow. If you have any questions for me, if you want to comment or send me a message, if it's a private question, that's totally reasonable as well. I absolutely will address it. So, yeah, I got to go see my dad and maybe at some point get a nap. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but we're going to figure it out. I'm Candace Harper. I get exceptional Black and brown women into loving relationships with emotionally intelligent men. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about crafting an authentic dating app presence and why your representative is not doing you any favors. So, if you've crafted a profile that just really makes you just look good, not doing you any favors, and I'll tell you why. All right, my loves. Thank you, Precious. Thank you for being here, Kelly. Anybody else that shows up at any time, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for being with me this morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, have a great day.